breakout in gold this week. You see it making new highs on the chart on the left. This is the gold futures chart. It is not back adjusted. The chart on the right is back adjusted. So we have a continuous back adjusted futures contract. It does not look like it's making new highs yet, but keep in mind back adjusted futures contracts are back adjusted to remove the gaps for back testing trading systems. But when you look at the pure price of non-back adjusted futures, you can see it. Gold is breaking out to new highs, and for the year, gold is up about $100, which is not much, maybe 5% on the year. And we've seen, a lot of big moves lately in different markets. We've seen them in, Bitcoin. We've seen moves in Nvidia. We've seen moves in cocoa, and these markets are up 40 and 50% on the year. Nvidia and cocoa and Bitcoin's up at all-time highs, and we kind of live in this world where the next hot market is skyrockets, potentially 50 to 100%. And so, if gold only goes up 25%, you're talking over 2,500. You're potentially looking at a $3,000 gold if it makes a 50% move. And this isn't based on fundamentals. Fundamentals does not necessarily put gold at 3,000, but when you look at these markets right here, they've had some massive moves based on just liquidity-driven moves. And so we're focused on what could potentially be the next liquidity-driven move in the precious metals, gold as well as silver. And so we have some strategies that trade gold and silver. I want to highlight those next. Most of our strategies are day trade strategies, and one of the strategies that we've had for a long time that captured this move in gold, the trading system signals here recently, is the Asia gold strategy. It starts trading during the Asia session, and you can see how well it did last week on this breakout. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winners in a row. I don't anticipate, there's a sixth winner back here you see on the screen. Every strategy goes through winning streaks and losing streaks. I don't typically like to start a strategy when it's at equity peaks or when it's had 6 winners in a row, but it has broken out. The metals market has been in consolidation for a long time, so it certainly could potentially be due for a breakout. And I want to take a look at some of these strategies, the day trade algorithms as well, and a portfolio setup. This is a portfolio setup of 12 trading systems. These are strategies that have been around. There are some newer variations on the parameters for 2024 in order to make these strategies more active that are released. And you can see there are seven gold strategies and 5 silver strategies. And these have back tested. We're showing the back test, hypothetical back test. We don't always trade these strategies. And these are some of these strategies, the SR counter trends that we've had for a while. And the back test is pretty consistent of what you see year over year in this type of with this type of trading systems approach. And this year, hypothetically, up 27.55. We traded the metals in February, and we were slightly up on the metal. February was a tough month. We were down in the stock indexes, but the metals, we were up slightly in the metals. And so gold is just now breaking out, and it could come back and be in consolidation mode the way it's been the last few years. And you can see what it does in consolidation mode. These strategies have the tendency to do well in consolidation mode as well. And these are the setups that we have. Here is the drawdown curve. You can go through drawdowns. And also one thing to consider is how well does this do with the stock index portfolio. You see stock index portfolio 30. I've had this scratch spreadsheet where I've removed the stock indexes, and as I add them back, I in essence am merging these 12 strategies with our existing stock index portfolio, and it improves our risk to reward ratio. As you see here, the risk to worst case drawdown in this current portfolio with the metals and the stock indexes is only about 16K. And if we look at the drawdown curve, we scroll down and look at the net profits over the hypothetical backtest to 2008, and we look at the drawdown curve. It's very favorable entry point into this setup. And if you remove the metals, you can see where the stock index portfolio is. This is the setup that we're trading this month, that we started trading, and the risk to worst case drawdown is higher than it is without the metals added. And so this is something we want to add to our portfolio in the 250K managed accounts, is to add some metals back, because the metals are one of the strengths of our setups. And this is where this is what the equity curve for the stock index portfolio looks like. It's less relevant back here, but you see a more consistent back test when you add something like the metals. That has been pretty consistent over time. And so we're excited about this breakout. We're mainly day traders, and one of the things we're going to look at is potentially adding some more swing trade overnight strategies to this setup with gold and with silver. And you can see that the Asia gold strategy that I put in this setup does not listed here yet. We're going to wait for it to go through a drawdown potentially before we start this again. I would anticipate a little bit of a chop as we go into this week with CPI coming out on Tuesday, and then potentially is this the next next hot market to move? Is this the next liquidity driven move? If not, we're still trading something that's done pretty well. And will this next big move resemble some of the moves that we've seen in some of the equity markets, some of the stock index markets? And so we want to be a part of that if we can. And so that is what we're looking at for this week. We have this gold and silver portfolio. This is our All Strategy Access workspace. You can see some of the trades that happened recently in gold. This is a gold workspace that we have, some winners and some losers. And then here are some of the silver setups that we have had with some of the recent trades in silver. And so we are adding this metals portfolio, precious metals portfolio, to our website that can be traded separately. This will be added to the portfolio calculator as a separate portfolio listed here. Right now it's merged with the stock index portfolio. And you can see the results, the hypothetical back test. One losing year back in 2018. And so recently you can see the type of market within the type of market environment we've been in, as well as historically. This set of strategies has a pretty good back test. So we want to add this, put this out there as an opportunity to trade the precious metals market with a group of algorithmic trading. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.